I just want to briefly go over mean, median, and mode with you because those are three words that you've probably heard a lot of times in other classes, and I don't think it's going to require a lot of in-class time as long as we can just touch base about them through a video. So the first one that we're going to talk about is mean, and a symbol that you probably have not seen before is this symbol here, and we call that X bar. So that is the new formalized term for mean, and x is the measured variable, n is the number of values. So what this little formula means here, that means sum, so that means add up all the x's and divide by how many there are. So in this example here, just a quick reminder how to do that, you're going to add up those numbers, get a sum, and divide it by how many there are, which in this case is 10. The median is the data value that is in the middle of an ordered set of data. So if there's an odd number of pieces of data, the median is actually going to land right on a number. And you can see that in this first example here. My median actually lands right on 19. If it's an even number of data values, then the median falls halfway between the two middle ones. And what that means is you're going to need to find the average. So two things you need to remember for median. First, you got to have them in order from least to greatest to begin with. So in this example down here, we've got 14, we've got two 20s, then a 25, a 30, two 35s, a 40, a 50, and an 80. And most of you learned in lower classes that you can use this crossing off technique. And look, now I'm stuck with these two numbers. When that happens, which is always going to happen when you have an even number of values, you're going to go ahead and add those two together and divide by 2, which is finding the average. Finally, the mode is the data value that occurs most frequently. There might be no mode, and what I want to caution you with that is if there is no mode does not mean the same thing as 0. If you put 0, I'm going to assume that you're telling me that the mode is the number 0. There might be one mode, there might be more than one mode. And a lot of times, the most common type that falls into is two modes, and we call that bimodal. So in this first example here, I can see that 19 is the mode. And if you look down here, I see that 20 occurs twice, and I see that 35 occurs twice. So the mode is 20 and 35. So there's an example where there is two modes. I hope that this helps just refresh your memory on mean, median, and mode. We will not be discussing those three things in class, so if you have any questions, please see me.